Hi, I'm Maya. In this course, we'll be building this using Python and Tkinter. Learning to code was difficult for me, so this course is for all the underdogs out there. I'm with you every step of the way, and we'll build this program together. Basic Python knowledge is recommended, and there's a quiz below to see where you're at. But I want you to know that you belong, you can do this, and let's get into it. Okay, y'all, so now we are in PyCharm. PyCharm is where we're going to write our code for this tutorial. If you do not want to download it, you can go to replit.com. It's also totally free and you can code over there. You just need Wi-Fi to use that site. But I really like PyCharm. PyCharm is an IDE, which stands for Integrated Development Environment. So let's just create a new project. Okay, so we are going to call this Habit Tracker. I was trying to figure out a better name for this, but here we are. Let's call this Habit Tracker. And as you can see, I'm using Python version 3.12. Okay, so let's create. And PyCharm's going to do all its stuff to create that folder and everything we need. As you can see, Habit Tracker is over there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go, why did I say now like that? Let's go to our terminal. And what we're going to do is we're going to run this command. And let me show you what that command is. Python 3-m Tkinter. And what that's going to do is just make sure we're on the same page. If this command works, that means, you got Python 3. Tkinter is working great, and that your setup is ready and we're ready to go. And what this is going to do is it's going to open a basic Tkinter window. So I'm going to press return, enter, and as you can see, it created it. Woo! Okay, so if you get this, that means everything is working smoothly. If not, leave a comment below and I can try and help you figure it out. So oh, why did my voice shake when I said so? So basically, this is a Tkinter window. This is an example of a GUI. GUI stands for Graphical User Interface. So what GUIs are, it's like the visual part of a computer program. And basically, we can interact with like these different graphical elements. So by graphical elements, like you can see there's buttons here, you can see there's text here, and we can click on it and all these different things to interact with the software that we created. So that was kind of, I hope that's not too confusing. In the vocabulary document below, I'll have a clean definition of what a graphical user interface is, but you use them all the time. When you go to Google, that's the graphical user interface, what we're interacting with. When you go to YouTube, you can play videos, you can search things in the search box. Oops. Those are the graphical user elements. And as you can see, you can click me, and then those brackets come. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create our own graphical user interface, our own window. So let's move on. So what we could do is control click, and let's create, I'm using a Mac, by the way. It might be a different command if you're using Windows. But what you're going to do is create a new file. So let's create a new Python file to be specific. And we're going to call it main.py, as you can see over there. So let's create our first window. So what we're going to do is import Tkinter, because Tkinter has so many great features that allow us to easily create this window and other features as well. So import Tkinter, and we're going to call it TK. It's like a little nickname when you use that as. So instead of saying Tkinter every single time, we can just be like, TK, yo, I need this. So what we're going to do is we're going to store, let's create our main application window. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to store it in root, our variable, and we're going to call TK's constructor. So what I mean by that is like if you highlight, oops, lowercase. Oops. Okay. Whew. So if I highlight over this, what you can see is that there's that init function. So when we call this, it's immediately going to go through the init function. Init functions are really cool because it can help us with some of the setup. And now what we're going to do is we're going to title our window. So root.title. Let's call this habit tracker. So that's going to give that window a title. And finally, what we're going to do is call root.main loop. So main loop is really cool, and that's also known as the Tkinter event loop. So this is the heartbeat of our application because it's so vital to our app. But basically what it does is it listens for different events. So for example, if there's a button click, what do we got to do? If there's a keyboard, someone types something in, what do we have to do? So it's so important. I'm going to say event loop, because we cannot run Tkinter without this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is navigate over here to this green play button, and we're going to run main.py. And dun, 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 we celebrate. That is our window. So I'm going to close out this one so it's not confusing. That was from running the command earlier. And yeah, so this is what we have so far. As you can see, it has our title up there. And in the next video, we're going to add to this. So thank you so much for watching. Check out the quiz below. And in the next video, we'll keep going. Okay, bye.